So we are in the center of Tel Aviv in an expensive place called.
This is the Rotschild boulevard.
Okay.
Behind you there is the Bima Square.
Ah, it is the National Theater.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And what's going on here? I mean, I remember I come very often in Israel, and I am here in this street, and suddenly I see all those here.
Yeah. The point is that
what's going on
in the last half year? Living costs in Israel have become unbearable.
Okay.
Unbearable in an extent that it's almost impossible even for you know the middle what once was
the
called,
middle class.
What once was called the middle class to exist. Tel Aviv was a typical city of the middle classes. Yes. The lower classes and the middle classes. And in the last decade there's a socio-economical transfer going on. The original inhabitants of Tel Aviv are driven out of the city. Even outside of Tel Aviv, it becomes less and less possible to live a decent life. Minimum salary in Israel is about 800 euros. And an apartment, and I'm talking about a two-room apartment, 40-50 meters, even less, cost about the same, about 800 euro a month.
Per month?
Yeah.
So you have a salary and you just have to give it for the rent. You cannot eat, you cannot drink, you cannot pay your.
You have to understand that Israel,
nothing.
That the gap between rich and poor in Israel is I think the greatest, if not one of the not one of the greatest in all of the OECD countries. We have 50% of all Israeli workers are earning minimum salary. Between 75 and 80% are earning below average salary.
So who is able to live in Tel Aviv and have a rent and have a life?
Less and less normal people and more oligarchs.
Ah, all the rich.
Yes, and the problem, you know, the problem is very complex. As you're facing yourself in Greece and in Spain and through the entire European Union, the division of wealth, the consolidation of wealth is getting to a point where democracy cannot go on. It's impossible. So
you say that you are the Indignados of Tel Aviv?
We hope so. We hope so.
For how many days you are here? And let's have a look what's going on, because I also have seen also a kitchen here.
Yes,
and
this is our kitchen.
Ah, it's your kitchen.
Yeah.
So I see that it is prohibited for anybody who is not in the revolution to enter the kitchen, because this is written here.
No, it's not exactly.
Let's continue. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Julian.
Okay, Julian. I am Gabriel. So,
hi, Gabriel.
and here they talk about. We see the same in the Syntagma Square in Athens.
Yeah, exactly. We are trying to adopt the dialectics of Syntagma Square.
According to the Greek traditions, huh?
Yes. We have 24/7. We have open discussions. Everybody is invited to contribute.
About what things?
Everything.
I mean, is it only about the prices for the rents, or is it also about the political situation? What's going on?
It's about everything, about the unbearable social conditions. Of course, because we're living in a war zone, there are very angry debates about the political situation. I can tell you, because you know you can't ignore it. But on the other hand, you have a lot of people here that
they are not satisfied with that.
Yeah, most of
what's those who come here? What is their age, and are they educated? Do they have work?
Okay,
what's the profile of the whole place?
The majority of as you can see yourself, the majority are.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Yeah. The majority is about my age. 30 to between end of the 20s, beginning of the 30s.
Young people, not like me.
Yeah, exactly the age where you begin. Exactly the age where you begin to acknowledge that you don't have no future. And you won't have one if you don't take the issues in your own hands.
I have heard today that...
but there are also old people.
Also, because I have seen some old also.
Yeah, of course. There are also old people. There are people who have been thrown out of their houses. Foreclosure issues, and not just foreclosure issues, even all kinds of bureaucratic bullshit that where you have simple apartments like this.
Okay.
And people are living there for ages, and they find their reason to throw the inhabitants to the street and build the monsters like you have over there, like the
Abima.
Yeah, you can't see it
because
now.
Abima is nice actually now. I like it.
I'm not talking about the Abima. It's important, but all the towers.
Yes.
Where you have in a place where
all the projects.
All the projects where you could have hundreds of families. There are like 10 oligarchs with swimming pools and private cinemas and whatever you want, and we are fed up. We can't take it anymore, and
I would like to ask you now, what will be the end of this? I mean, yesterday it was, I saw in the news, it was full, the whole street was full of...
We had thousands of people
here. And what I see now, it is nothing if I compare it with what I saw yesterday.
We are in the middle of a working day.
Yes.
In the middle of a working day.
It's Monday.
Yes. Me, myself, I'm endangering my job because I'm off and on, I'm here for solving problems, and then I go back work, and I'm sneaking out and I'm sneaking in, and a lot of people are...
So what is the solution now? I mean, what do you expect to happen after all this?
Yes, okay. See, we're a lot of people. There is not really an organized leadership. There is, a beginning of a leadership.
Is it the 4th day, the 5th day, 6th day? What's
it's
the day?
5th day.
It's the 5th day, okay.
And there's leadership is involving, and we are searching our way. We know, I can't talk for all of my friends here, hundreds of people, but I myself, I know that if we want to be able to motivate the trade unions to fight this fight with us, because everything is connected. We won't get anywhere.
Of course it is connected, everything. I heard that the students are joining.
Yes, now there's a saying in Hebrew that that success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan.
Right.
And the moment that the boulevard filled itself up with tents, everybody tried to sneak in, and we've been almost attacked by political parties that try to
You have been attacked from the left, from the right, from the center, from the religious?
I don't mean this. I mean that political parties... Now, see, we're in a very bad situation, even worse than in Greece.
No, don't say that.
No, I said that politically, because you have a socialist government, at least, okay? Our government is a right-wing government. And
our is socialist, and it is not right-wing. Okay.
The government...
Have in mind that what you say now, everybody will laugh in Greece with that. Let's continue.
Let's continue. I understand that. I'm happy that I'm using you. I'm very interested in what is going on in Greece, and but our government is a right-wing government, and the opposition is a neoliberal government, a neoliberal opposition.
So there is
the left wing. The left wing has almost left the parliament. It's not that there is no left wing, but the left wing is
weak.
It's not weak. People have lost their trust in the political system, and in the last elections, there was like a voting strike. Okay, people were so devastated that they didn't knew to who to vote.
Okay.
And so that's how we got in this situation.
But it is not an ideological is it an ideological thing?
I'm talking for myself. I'm talking
you are
only for myself.
Okay, not for everybody here. I have heard that there are from the right and the left.
See, you have to understand that
simple you know.
Yeah, I know, but you have to understand that the
middle class, you know, is everything.
It's everything, and you have to understand that the right-left paradigm, which is very accurate in Europe. You have left wing, and you know, left wing is social left, and it's also political left. Most of the time.
Yes.
Most of the socialist parties are also politically progressive.
Yes.
And here in Israel, it's not the same.
It is not the same.
You have parties that are social left, and are politically with the relations to our neighbors are right wing.
Yes, yes.
And vice versa.
Yes, vice versa. It is not so. Yes. So
and that's why we are trying to avoid the left-right discourse.
Yes,
we're talking
actually.
about the broader interest of the Israeli people. Who want to live in peace, who want to live in prosperity, who want to build their life and fulfill their.
It is the middle class, and middle class is an international thing.
Yes, working class is an international thing.
It is yes, that's it. Julian, I thank you very, very much for this nice time we had. And we will keep in touch here on what's going on in Tel Aviv. Though the Indignados came also to the Middle East.
Yes, I hope
I mean, to the Middle East, which is not the Middle East, which is west of the Middle East, at the west part of the Middle East.
I hope that in the end we will be a part of the Middle East.
That's another thing now. It's another issue now.
And I'm sending my private solidarity with Spain and with Greece, and we're all brothers, and we have to fight together.
We have some things over there. Yes. Let's see. Let's share our last minutes or seconds. I don't have any battery left. Okay. And let's see what's going on here.
בשדרות רוטשילד.
Shit!